Money Man, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hello, everyone. We are here and ready to go for some primetime football. Before we go ahead and get into this SEC matchup between Alabama and Georgia, we are going to go ahead and go over some games that already happened here in Week 5. Money Man is going to be South Carolina. Money Man, I'll let you introduce yourself, with your Madden experience and your gaming experience. Go ahead, Money Man.
All right. Well, Matt got to know me as Money Man, but I go by F Money. I have played Madden. I've played in 32-man leagues and everything. I'll say it's really sweaty in those 32-man leagues, but I'll say, the one good thing about the Dynasty I like is the good sportsmanship, because if you beat a guy, I had a guy one time tell me to have fun in Cancun.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, man. Yeah.
I'll just say this. I got him the next season. The score was a lot to a little, 48-0 in the first half, and then closed out.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So I got a little bit of Madden experience. NCAA, I've been playing for hours. I'll say last one I played was 14. And, I'm enjoying Dynasty. And, I'm excited to see this Alabama versus Georgia, because I might have to play one of them or both of them.
Yeah, absolutely, F Money. One thing I'll say is that, remember, for the playoff format, we do have the top 4 seeds are reserved for the conference winners, one for the ACC, one for the SEC, one for the Big 12, one for the Big 10. If it ended today, those top 4 seeds would be Utah, it would be Florida State, it would be OSU and Georgia. So remember, it's not necessarily the top 12 seeds, because if someone does win the conference, like let's say Florida State wins the ACC or Utah wins Big 12, if they are not in the top 12, they will still get a top 4 seed. So it goes back to just rules of the league. I'm sure you remember, Money Man, F Money, back to when I believe it was the Seattle Seahawks won, when we were younger. Remember, they were 7-9 and they won the division in the playoffs?
Yes.
Yeah. So remember, there are some weird rules, and that's an example of it. So an example as well. Go ahead. My bad.
I was saying the Bucks, they didn't have a great record. They won their division and they ended up hosting a playoff game and won it.
That's right. Last year against the Eagles. That is correct. The last big thing I'll say is, remember, if you guys are in a different online dynasty, or just if you want to know the real rules for the real life, Notre Dame will never ever have a chance for a top 4 seed. And, same with like the, Pac-2 and the Pac-12 and, stuff like that. Teams that are not in a top 4 conference, again, Big 12, Big 10, ACC, SEC, you will not have the right at a top 4 seed. And what does that top 4 seed do? It does give you that first round bye in the playoffs, which honestly the season's already almost halfway over. So let's go ahead now back in the booth here. We are going to go in the game now to Alabama and Georgia here, between two great players, Pat and Joey Vitt. And honestly, with this right here, I'm going to go ahead now and give him the go ahead here. But, what are your, really, I guess, money man, what's your takeaway here for this game? Like, you think it's going to be a good one here or what? I mean, it is the game of the week after all.
I think it's going to be a good one, but if I had to choose, I have to go with Georgia right now because Alabama, they lost a lot of players because, their coach, he retired. And, Georgia just been a powerhouse the past few years.
Yeah. Yeah, I think without Nick Saban, this Alabama team is still going to be dangerous. I think that, losing, the wide receiver Isaiah Bonds from Alabama, he scored that game-winning touchdown versus Auburn last year to have that miraculous comeback in the corner of the end zone, top left. But, being Texas myself, and by the way, everyone, F Money is 4-0 in South Carolina. They have one of the Heisman candidate winners right now, leaders, Nick Harbor. He's a sophomore, correct?
Yes.
So he's going to be great for sophomore, junior, senior year as a wide receiver. I believe he's what, F Money, 6'3", 6'4"?
6'5".
Oh, man.
6'5", 240.
So he's
and he's a real player.
So he's
he's faster than Tyreek Hill. Like in real life, he's faster than Tyreek Hill. Like check out, he runs. He was in Olympic trials. Like he runs like the 100 and like the 10-1.
Yeah, I believe it. I mean, I really do.
So that's faster than DK. That's faster than DK.
Dude, that's amazing to me. I mean, like, do you think that he's going to go pro sophomore year?
He was a 5-star.
Like, well, no, like, I mean, like in the video game, not sure, but like, I actually wonder if, even if you're is the game going to make it where only junior seniors go pro? Or can they have it where, oh, got it, okay. Because I was going to say, like, if you win the Heisman and you're a sophomore, what if they're like, sorry, he's going pro, like
junior seniors. I'll say this in real life. I think he's going to go pro.
Oh, like in real life?
Yes, he was a 5-star receiver.
Yeah.
Now we had a game going on now.
Yeah, well, of course. Handoff right side there. It's going to be to the running back, Jam Miller. And he's going to go ahead with 93 speed, junior, get about no gain. 2nd and 10. We have the quarterback here, Jalen Monroe. He has mobile deadeye, gold, pull down, gold. He has off-platform, platinum, sleight of hand, gold, and extender, platinum. We have Bunch to the left. To the right is Jam Miller. One of the most popular teams to use in online road to college football playoffs regs. It's Alabama. Takes a snap. 3-man rush. Underneath, it's Jam Miller. Give him 6. Money man, 3rd and 4.
Nice pass. It was a nice pass. I thought he was going to try to go deep, but he's taking West, right there, and that's the way you got to play it.
Yeah, Money Man, what's your thoughts this year overall on the, pass system? Have you been having a lot of inaccurate passes, or have you seen a lot of like the online Twitter, social media, just the rampage about missed throws this year?
I'll say the thing is, it just depends on your quarterback, because sometimes he'll have a guy in his face and he'll hit a guy wide open, and then another time he'll have a guy in his face and he'll miss, so it's 50-50.
It is. Tackle by Humphrey there. We have Carson back versus Jalen Monroe, really two of the best quarterbacks with Quinn Ewers in the SEC, definitely up there. And, really these two teams, they're battling right now for a top seed. I mean, if Alabama wins, this will be a top 3 seed guaranteed. I really think that the game will have it where Georgia will then fall to, lower than a bottom, they won't be in the top 5 anymore maybe. But, I mean, really, this is a game where, they play every year. It's like Michigan and OSU. It's like the old Oregon versus Washington, in the Pac-12. These are two teams that are really battling it out, and it's not towards the end of the year, yet, but we could see him as well in the SEC championship. Cover 2 safety look, handoff, 2 yards to, I believe that was not Jam Miller, but 2nd and 8.
It looks like Georgia's come to play with that defense. They're like, if you're going to beat me, you're going to have to be patient. You're not going deep. Yeah,
and that was actually number 22, and that's going to be Justice Haynes, a sophomore running back, 86 overall, 91 speed, 96 excel. He has takeoff, 360, and sidestep bronze. We have a gun open look here for Milroe, again, a popular quarterback, even in just play now regs. Takes a snap, 3-man rush, underneath. It's going to be Miller. Give him 6. How about this, F-Money? The running backs have caught, I want to say, 2 out of 3 of the passes by Milroe tonight.
Yes, he's throwing it under. He's being safe. As you've seen, Melrose has an 80% completion rate, so, he doesn't take many chances. He goes and takes what's there.
Yeah, and that's what we did. That's what we did not see from Clemson in Week 1. They unfortunately lost by over 40. But when you play this Georgia Bulldog team, who has a lot of 4- and 5-star recruits for next year, they really are a fast defense. You think about pass rushers, right? You think about Roquan Smith. Many moons ago when he played for Georgia, it's all about speed. 3-man rush, escapes to his right. Milroe throws, fires, caught. It's going to be the wide receiver there. First down, number 6.
Hey, when I was seeing him rolling out, I was like, is he gonna make that pass? Because I see him right there, and he made that pass. I would have made the same thing, and it was a really good throw. He like I said, he's just sitting there taking what's there. He's not doing anything deep.
Yeah, and that was Kobe Prentice, the junior wide receiver. He stands at 5'10" with shifty double dip and layout. Right side, number 81, the tight end. First down, give him 12, and that is, I want to say, C.J. Dippre. He is a senior tight end with only 75 speed, but he's a blocker. First down.
The question is, can this Georgia defense hold them? Are they bend that, the bend and not break defense? Or are they going to, let them get in the end zone? That's a major question right here.
Yeah, it reminds me back in the 80s, the Cleveland Browns, the bend don't break defense, a team that went to 2 AFC championships, but unfortunately lost to John Elway twice. 1st and 10, single back wing pair, handoff, left side, number 22. It's going to be the running back, and I got to see his name one more time. It's going to be Justice Haynes, touchdown Alabama.
He walked in there. He walked in the end zone. The ocean opened up for him. He walked in the end zone.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a battle between, Haynes. We have Jam Miller. We have, of course, Trevor Etienne, the brother of Travis Etienne. Extra point is up and good. And here's my question now. You could go old Madden. You could go back to, 2014 NCAA football. But now we have a 7-0 game, but now we have the home field advantage this year. F-Money, do you think a 7-0 lead here? Here we are in the Crimson Tide Stadium here. Do we think that layers on more nerves for Georgia?
I'm gonna say this. I remember I was hearing you talk about the Florida-Tennessee game.
Yep.
And you were like, why didn't he go for the field goal? Well, I'm gonna just be honest with you. Kicking a field goal with that crowd is almost impossible. I understood why he went for it.
Yeah. And you really think about how important kicking is. And if you saw the Madden 25 gameplay, official gameplay today, we saw a very similar but a different look. But it's similar in terms of the and we see a flag. And it looks like the crowd is already getting to them. Some Mo Bamba playing here in Alabama, first down and 15. But the thing I'll say, though, is the kicking is revamped. I see different things on Twitter, I'll go for 2 every time. Oh, forget for that. Dude, kicking is tough. People got to understand that really anything over a 48-yard field goal in the NFL is going to be almost a coin flip. Handoff there, left side, loss of 1. Right there was Kwanu Coate, the junior linebacker, loss of 1, 2nd and 16. But, if it's a coin flip in the NFL for anything a 48-yard or above, F money, how about college kickers? It's going to be less than a coin flip.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, that kick meter is hard to kick, for one, and for two, is, that stadium noise. They don't have that in NFL.
Right.
That home field advantage is huge in college.
It is. 3rd and 9 there, give him 7, and that's going to be ETN. Back-to-back handoffs in the RPO. It looked to be somewhat open on the swing pass, but it ended up being a good decision there with the result. 3rd and 9 here. I don't know, man. I mean, this is a really pivotal play. First quarter already, waning to be exited here very soon. I mean, how do you feel about 5-minute quarters, F Money?
I'll say this. You have little time, so sometimes you just have to spread it out. You can't, always run it all the time. You got to sometimes just spread it out and say, hey, look, I got to see if my best guy can beat your best guy.
Yeah, and that's where the mentality for a lot of man coverage and cover zero defense. 4-man rush, back, steps up, it's ETN, middle of the field, it's going to be incomplete. And we're going to see a 4th down and 9, decision time now for Georgia.
That was a nice pass. The safety just as fast.
Yeah, absolutely, and we see ETN with gold sidestep, gold 360, and I believe he has silver or platinum takeoff. The punt, right side. It's going to be a line drive kick. Monroe will return it, and it's going to be in the first quarter. So the one thing I'll say,
the leg game was huge.
It sure as heck was, because 3rd and 9, 3rd and 4, we now remove maybe some zigs or a small little drag route. Now it's got to be some medium or deep routes there, and it showed right there the deep route incomplete from the safety from Alabama. Now, my question for you, F Money, is how do you feel about the punting? Because I'll be honest with you right now, people watching at home, is punting something, especially in Dynasty, that you should practice at home?
I haven't punted much.
Well, that says a lot about you, huh? Jesus. Oh, man. Hey, but the one thing I'll say is punting is way harder. I mean, in, cut and mutt, I can really see the bypass, right? But, for Dynasty, or especially when really you're playing the Heisman CPU, getting a 4th down and 20 or more is tough because the pass rush is buffed. Sure, you can get it, but you're probably going to punt more than you think in, Heisman Dynasty. And so understand that with that meter being different now and there is no arc, there's no arc with kicking field goals, but kicking a field goal is a little bit easier because you got to see the arrow, get it in there, whatever. We see a flag on the play, give him 7, and it's going to be a holding call. Wow. Bring him backwards. 1st down and 19 now for Alabama here, trying to impose their will at home. We see bunch to the left. Both teams 3-0. Alabama 4th seed, Georgia 1 seed. Milroe, shotgun, Jam Miller to the right. This is a big play. Shot clock down to 4. We see it's going to be thrown away, 2nd and 19. And how about that Georgia defense, F Money?
That was really good. I was like, if I'm Alabama, you get a 14-point lead, it can be game changing because of that crowd.
Yeah, and we saw the toughness rank only at a 4. Obviously, it's a 1 through 10 rank, so it can go up and up throughout the game. Georgia fans very much in attendance tonight. 7-0 Alabama. Takes a snap. It's a gun-tight look. And he's going to go down. It's going to be number 11 in the sack. It's Jalen Walker, the junior.
Oh, hey, Matt, with number 4, that means it's the fourth hardest stadium to play in due to the noise.
Oh, Oh, so it's not a 1 through 10. How's the bar looking?
It's that bar is like when it's really like loud like that, it's really hard for your quarterback to call audibles and everything.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 3rd down and 30, and Georgia is so far just seconds away from a stop. Trips, 4-man rush, Instashed, right side, Jam Miller. That's going to be a field position play. Nice hit by number 4. It's 4th down.
That was really, really important for Georgia because going down 14-0 at home is really tough. I mean, away is really tough. Alabama would have been up 14-0 at home, and, they had that crowd noise. Then you have to, worry about trying to score, 2 touchdowns instead of 1, and it just makes it really difficult.
And you see right there, well said, but the punt is shanked to the right side there. It's only going to be a net punt of about 15 yards. 50-yard line exactly. Carson Beck takes over this Georgia offense, who honestly, their biggest win this year has been SEC. Motion, right side, jet pass. Number 16, makes a man miss. Sidestep, spin, bridge a tackle. 1st down, give him 12.
Nice run. That was a nice run. I was seeing he's using those stick skills. He's like, hey, you're going to have to make a play against me because I ain't just going down now.
Yeah, and that's London Humphreys, the sophomore receiver, 95 speed, stands 6'2", no abilities. Humphreys in the slot. We have Lovett, far left. Beck, shotgun. Looks to be some motion here. Delp, the tight end, with abilities. Takes a snap. Beck stands tall in the pocket. He finds his man. No, it's incomplete. It's incomplete there. It was intended receiver for number 9, Rara Thomas, the cut legend.
That Alabama defense is swarming out there on the field. They're like, look, okay, you're not going to get nothing easy.
Yeah, and you even though Nick Saban left, you can still feel the Nick Saban presence here in the home crowd. Stadium pulse at yellow, almost at red. RPO bubble to Humphreys, left side has room to run. The 20, the 15, the 10, spin move, a juke move down to the 4. 1st and goal, Georgia.
He put that defender on skates with that juke move. He put that defender on skates, and he's going in there. He said, hey, look, I am Georgia for a reason. You may have been Alabama. You may dominate it back in the past, but no, this is my time now.
Yes, sir. I love that money, man. Almost 2-minute warning here. And really, if I was Georgia, I would just chew clock here and go to 2-minute warning. But, have you noticed clock management be a factor in your games at all, F Money, or you have not had enough close games yet?
I'll say I've noticed it because if I'll say this: if I was and I was away, you want to try to get the lead. You want to go ahead and score quickly and try to stop them and get that lead, because if you got a lead going into halftime, that crowd won't be able to make a difference as much.
Right. Yeah, I agree 100%. We see a touchdown there at Trevor Etienne. We have a tie ball game. Extra point is good. And now we need a response drive by the junior Jalen Milroe. Big drive here. We have a pistol bunch to the right side. We see Jam Miller in the backfield. Jalen Monroe takes a snap. Here's he throws. Pressure again by number 11, Jalen Walker. 2nd and 10.
We're just bringing that pressure. Number 11 is running around the line, man. He's like, hey, are you even there?
Yeah.
Because,
offensive linemen matter a lot. And, we're going to see even the Madden franchise. We're going to see a lot of people not draft offensive linemen. It's probably going to show. Pass rush, especially with abilities, is just a game changer. In college football, it's quick jump, as we know. In Madden, it's other abilities. 3-man rush. Right side is going to be swatted by number 2. I believe that is going to be Lovett, the corner. I could be wrong, though. Or I'm sorry, Everett. I know he's on Georgia. I don't know if he's number 2, number 6, but swatted away there. He had a clean pocket, F Money. I would have maybe scrambled right on that.
Okay, so me and you were thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
I would have ran and got the first.
Yep, absolutely. I see a 4-man rush look here. They're going to send 4. This time he will roll out right. However, He's going to risk it, but first down. He made that move on the inside there. It's always risky with wear and tear, but you know what? These are where the games matter most. SEC blood, first down.
Hey, you have to take that chance because Georgia gets that ball back and scores. It could be a different game. And he took that chance. He said, hey, look, I'm right here, and I'm going for it.
That's right. We see
He didn't take a big hit.
That's right. Four-man front. Handoff is going to be Jam Miller left side. Good blocks by Alabama there. It's going to be about 6 yards. Clock is ticking under a minute 50. As Jam Miller right now is doing really well this game. 3 attempts, 17 yards. His longest rush was for 11. Shotgun coming up now for, Alabama here. We see they're going to have 3 wide receivers to the right. Jam Miller again in the backfield. Clock is ticking. 1:38 to play. Four-man front for Georgia. They got to watch out from that slot corner. Here he comes. Four-man rush. Because of that blitz, the left side's open in the drag route. Give him about 20 yards there, first down, and that's R. Williams.
That was a nice play. He threw it underneath. He took what the defense gave him, and he said, hey, I'm going to let my receiver with his speed do that damage. That's what he did.
94 speed to be exact. The freshman receiver from Saraland, Alabama. He's a native here for Alabama. Born and raised, went to high school. We have a gun bunch here to the right side. We have, again, Jam Miller in the backfield. Takes a snap, 3-man rush. He's going to find underneath to Law, the number 1 wide receiver in the depth chart with 97 speed, Kendrick Law. He's from Los Angeles.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
97 speed, he's from Los Angeles?
Oh, I'm sorry, Louisiana.
I wonder what
Louisiana. I'm sorry.
I was about to say, I wonder what they had to give him. They slipped him a Lamborghini.
Well, I was going to say, once you're in L.A., you should stay in L.A. See what I'm saying? Second.
Dude, I went to USC.
That's right. 2nd and 5, we have gun tight. We have a 4-man rush. Right side, Jam Miller. Give him 2. 3rd and 3. 53 seconds, 3 timeouts for both squads here. What a matchup this has been, F Money. What do you think?
Yes. I'll say this. With playing aggressive can kind of backfire on you because, like you were saying, you're like, maybe I might want to chew a little clock because if he gets at least a field goal here, you could say, hey, maybe if I'd have chewed more clock, he didn't get here.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And, like I said, kicking and switch stick, coverage shells, some of these intangibles and clock management is a skill gap in this year. Rolls right. What a dot. That's going to be to number 6. It's going to be Kobe Prentice, the junior receiver. First down.
A heck of a throw.
Yeah.
Because the safety's right there in the corner. It would have been a bad throw. That would have been a pick.
Yeah.
Heck of a throw.
Now we see right here, timeout Georgia against Gun Monster, Shotgun Monster. Now, how you beat this Shotgun Monster or Gun Monster is just pinch your D-line, and then they will come back to have the numbers in the middle of the field. He's going to get out of it, though. From Shotgun Monster, he's going back into Shotgun tight slots. 43 seconds here. If I'm Alabama, I'm running the ball. A, I'm in the red zone. B, Georgia already wasted a timeout. Let's make him waste another timeout here. Let's see what Alabama does. Again, shotgun, Jam Miller to his left. It's going to be a tight formation. You can see Alabama has 4 out of 5 stars on their O-lineman. Takes a snap, 4-man rush underneath. That will do just like a handoff would. Give him 6. And if I'm Georgia, I'm calling timeout. They choose not to, though. 2nd and 4.
Hey, I'm trying to get that ball in the middle of the field because worse kind of worse, I got a field goal. An easy one. Because kicking this year is really hard. So, worst kind of worse, I'm getting in the middle of the field.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's also a part of the intangibles of this game is you have to line up the field goal like they do in real life. Handoff and wing pair to the weak side. It's going to be number 22. That one is going to be the sophomore running back, Justice Haynes. And timeout Alabama offensively. 3rd and inches now looming for Alabama.
No, he's in goal line. He said, I'm running this thing.
I think we're going to see a fullback dive here. I'm going to call it right now. I'll be Tony Romo. Fullback dive. No, it's a quarterback sneak. First down. First down. He snuck it. And I'm going to tell you right now, that's on Georgia. You need to match personnel there. They had no numbers in the A-gap there. You know, sure, they had some big DTs there, but cool. They have a center, left guard, right guard. Right there, you need to pinch it more. Give me a goal line look there. Give me maybe a 6-1 look there, a 3-4 odd there. I honestly feel like they could have done a better job there at crashing the A-gap. We see right here, 13 seconds to play. Shotgun, Milrow. 3-man rush. Rolls. Ooh, he throws it away there. And really, that's again where it wasn't grounding because there was a receiver in the area. But I think that was just a panic. I'm going to press RS, see what happens. Oh, no flag? Thank you.
Hey, I'm going to see if you've seen what I've seen. As soon as I hiked the ball out, I ran with my quarterback.
Yeah.
I think he could have got in.
Sure, absolutely.
I think he could have got in.
You know, you have wheels. Let's use them. 2nd and goal. It's going to be a handoff. Oh, he took the wrong angle. Timeout, Alabama offensively. He had it up the A-gap. He took it out wide. You should have ran right up straight.
That would have been an easy touch. Look at this.
I know. 44 had a chance. Now, F money right now, life on the line. Are you running? Are you passing? I mean, if you run the ball, you're going to have a better chance than you think to get it. But
I'm kicking a field goal.
Right now at 5 seconds?
You have no timeouts.
Yeah, but I might be able to do a little, I don't know, a little small pass or something.
Throwing. You're hiking and throwing.
You sure are.
If they're not there, that's it.
That's right. Flag under 5. He calls it. He's going to roll over.
Hey.
Oh,
that was close. That was cool.
Sorry, go ahead, Money Man. Go ahead.
I was just saying. That's why I said I would have took that field goal. He almost got 0.
I'm going to tell you right now, that's one of the luckier plays I've ever seen in my life. I mean, if it would have happened in a playoff game or national championship, I mean, consider that, just amazing. Because honestly, at the end of the day, Georgia might be a little bit upset by that, but, that's still a win for them. You get ball at half, the crowd's a little bit calmed, and a 3-point lead, really, it ain't shit. It helps, you're not losing, but at the end of the day, the lead can change in one snap. And so my big takeaway there was the thought of a sack. It couldn't be a sack. It couldn't be a pick. Like, oh my gosh, man. That's frustrating in cut. It's frustrating in mutt. I really hate to see those animations. A fortunate animation there for Alabama. 1st and 10. We have a wide look, RPO, right side. It's going to be number 9. Give him 3.
I'll say Alabama with the running back. I seen at the last second that defense, he got off the block, but I think you had the speed that you could have ran behind your blockers and maybe got in the end zone on that play.
Sure. Yeah. No, I mean, absolutely. And, right now we have, by the way, that was Rara Thomas, the senior receiver at 91 speed, number 9. We have Carson Beck. We have a wide formation here. Handoff. Problem loves this play. The pro player, first down. Trevor Etienne, 15 attempts for 136 is his average. He does average a touchdown per game here in the FBS. We see right here, 10-7 right now, Alabama. Welcome, friends, if you're joining us here in the SEC Bloodbath. In motion there. It's going to be Humphreys. It's going to go right to Humphreys. Left side has blockers in front. He's going to go ahead and get 6, 2nd and 4.
I'm going to say this, man. I'm not looking forward to playing either one of these two teams in the SEC.
Oh, God. I'm going to tell you right now, my schedule, I got to play Georgia. I got to play Oklahoma with Will. And we got to play a lot of tough matchups here in the SEC, F-Money. And, it's unfortunately one of us can get the SEC top 4 seed first round bye. But the good news is we could get seeds 5 through 12. Motion Humphreys, who right now is cold. They're losing 2nd and 4, clock ticking under 3:40 here in the 3rd quarter. Humphreys motions again. Beck, the veteran, trying to see a man coverage tell. It's going to be a reverse sweep, 3rd-and-1, and this is a big third down, F Money.
Yeah, I was with you on that one. I'm like, he's running him in motion, because if you would have ran him in motion and hiked it, I'd be like, okay, he probably wanted a better matchup. But the fact that he ran him back, we're like, yeah, he's trying to see what coverage you're in.
That's right. We see another RPO look here. It's going to be a gun trips look. Beck is going to go for the pass. It's Humphries, makes the catch in stride. Good tackle by number 9, though. First down, midfield. Carson Beck today is 4 for 6 for 48 yards. The last game, he was 9 for 17 for 2 touchdowns and 155. As Georgia right now is trying to score to at least tie the game up. So far, they are 1 for 2 on their scoring drives. Although we're in the third quarter here, folks, this is only their 3rd drive of the game. First down and 10, we have a motion. It's going to be again Humphries. He's a busy man. Right side has room to run. Spin move towards the center of the field. First down. London Humphries. First down.
He's making sure to get his playmaker the ball. He said, hey, I'm going to get you this ball, and you go out there and make a play. That's what he's hoping for, because, this coverage is really tight from Alabama. They're playing a really great defense, and they're not making anything easy on a quarterback.
That's right. And now what does a good coach do? He sets up the fake. I do a jet. I do a sweep. I do a jet. I do a sweep. Now I do a fake jet. Inside zone there to ETN. He's met that time by Jahad Campbell, the right outside linebacker, for no gain. Second.
I'll tell you this. If I was Georgia, I'd get under center more and try to run the ball. Your running back is your superstar player. You need to feed him the ball. You got a really good offensive line and a good tight end too.
Yeah, absolutely. And really my favorite part about these primetime games is, every game is posted for, cheesing reasons. If you win 70-0 versus CPU, we want to see that game and whatever. And I think most online dynasties should do that for, exploitations reasons there. And that's going to be swatted 3rd and 10. The left side there, intended receiver was Humphries. But the thing is, though, is, when you see these games and you can see the tendencies of the players, I can tell you right now, Georgia loves a lot of the RPOs, a lot of the jet passes, a lot of the motions. So be ready for that, the LOS. And then also I see Alabama, they really love their running backs in the pass game. I see Jam Miller right now with 4 or 5 targets. Write that down, in your game plans versus these teams. 3rd down and 10, we have gun open. Humphries to the left. Lovett's been quiet tonight, far left. To the right side, we see Rara Thomas. ETN huffing and puffing to his right. Play clock under 5. Watch out for the false start. It may happen. Oh, it didn't happen that time. 4-man rush. Underneath, ETN makes a man miss initially. 4th and 5, F Money. What do you think here? Kick, go. What do you think?
You got to go for the kick. I'll say this, though. Everybody plays differently regarding different people. Like, if I was playing, someone else, I would probably, throw it more. Or, if, people want to play 3 safeties, then I'll run it more. So I'll say, it depends on 2 things, your opponent, and it depends on the strength of your opponent.
Absolutely. Really good take there. 4-man rush. They're spread wide. 1 linebacker in the box only. I do see either a sub linebacker or a safety up. That's Campbell. It's going to be intercepted by Moore. He falls down for a possession catch. Turnover. Alabama. Crimson Tide.
I think he'd have felt better if he missed a field goal, if he had a ticket, because you at least could have thought, maybe I could have did this or that. But when they pick it off, you feel even worse.
You do. However, I will say, this buzzword in football, arm punt. Even though it's only 25 yards, 1/4 of the football field there, you can see now this game is still far from over. Shotgun tight slots now for Milroe. We see the running back to his right. That's going to be a false start for the right guard, number 52. First down and 15.
Wow, Georgia has 6 penalties for 46 yards. That's major right there.
It really
Alabama
is.
only has 1 for 10.
The victim was Tyler Booker, the junior left guard from New Haven, Connecticut. Single back wing pair. Handoff. It's going to be Haynes. Room to run. Give him 13 yards. 2nd and 2 now. Approaching the end of the third quarter. And now if you're Alabama, in my opinion, this is turnover-free football.
I'll say this. He's getting, it looks like he's getting close to breaking a long one.
He is. He absolutely is. Single back runs. Something that Georgia should have done more. Handoff is back to Haynes. Oh, he did not get it. 3rd and inches. Met that time by one of the nation's best D-line, Georgia. And now it's going to be 3rd and inches. And, you know, we saw him pull a quarterback sneak the last time. Are they going to go right back with it? I see a shotgun tight with 3rd and inches. I don't know. Interesting.
Let me ask you this, Matt. Do you like to use fullbacks? Because, you know, sometimes that fullback can make a block, or, you know, you can get that fullback that can get you that 1 extra yard.
That's right. And he's going to make a man miss. He slides. He outshoots Williams. 1st down, Jalen Monroe.
Beautiful play.
That was just all about Cod. Cod has change of direction. Agility helps as well. He rolls out. He had a risky throw, but instead he kept it. Milroe. And there it is right there. 1st down, Alabama. Only 5-minute quarters. Georgia only had the ball 3 times. Alabama's to their 4th possession. 10-7 now. And this is going to be definitely what they call a put-away drive. Single back wing pair. One of the hardest single backs to defend here in the game. We see Milroe. In the backfield is Haynes. Handoff, strong side. Haynes met that time by number 2. 2nd and 9. And Justice Haynes, 6 attempts, 34 yards, and a touchdown tonight.
It looks like they're trying to milk the clock a little bit.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, we're going for the score, and we're trying to milk the clock a little bit, make it harder for you.
Yeah, you know, it's back, you know, just back to, 1800s, milkman, milk. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Zone look for Georgia. Gun trips for Milroe. Munden Jr. in the box. 2-man rush for Georgia. He's going to find the wide receiver that time. That's going to be Prentice, the junior. 3rd and inches again.
What are you doing if you're at 3rd and inches? If I'm Georgia, I'm coming out in a goal line or, a 4-6 or something, because I'm thinking they're trying to run the ball.
Absolutely. And, in games when people think, this game has no defense, whatever. How about this game right here? Handoff gets 2 yards, got it by 1.5 yards there. But, the thing is we see both teams right now almost under 200 yards of offense, and the game's almost over. First of all, we're not seeing many incompletions either, so that also will not help in stopping the clock. But, really, this is two powerhouses. These are two teams trying to make a statement early in this year, and, really the winner of this will have an ultra edge to have a spot in the SEC championship. We have a 4-man front, 1st and 10, man coverage like for Georgia. Wilson will be who Joey Vitt's using. Milroe, shotgun, chewing some more clock. Jam Miller in the backfield, giving Haynes some rest. Snaps the ball to his running back. Miller makes a man miss. Out of bounds, though, stops the clock with 3:31 to play.
You got to fall down at that point and try to milk more of the clock.
Yeah, absolutely. And we see tendencies here tonight. We see that, they love single back runs. They really love their passes to the running backs. The running backs over 1/3 of their targets tonight. Milroe, bunch to his left. Haynes back in the game to the right. Only used 2 running backs. Right side! It was almost picked. Give him 3.
Oh, that was close.
Everett.
Man.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Everett.
You seen how close that was?
Man, by the skin of their teeth. Shotgun trips as well. Both teams utilizing it exceptionally. 4-man rush that time. They played the flats well. And that was definitely a forced check down. Again, 2nd and 7 here for Alabama. It's going to be a pass. Left side. It's going to be Williams. What a hit by number 24. Starks meant nothing. 1st down.
I thought it was about to be a fumble, that animation they gave him. Because when they get hit like that, a lot of times it's a fumble.
Yeah.
So Alabama, I don't know if he's running conservative, but that was almost a fumble.
You know, I'll tell you right now, this is when you get the 3-4 out. This is when you get the 4-4 split out. You know, this is when you really set the box and you say, hey, look, you want to go deep, you go deep. But I'm sick of these checkdowns. I'm sick of these swing passes. I'm sick of you running around like a little donkey. You know, we got to sit around and we got to stop this quarterback. And I do not see the urgency right now with the aggressive defense right now by Georgia. I see right here a cover 3, 4-man rush. You got to send some more heat. It worked right there, though. Give him 1 yard. But still, you know, they're lucky they passed the ball there, because if I'm Alabama, I'm going to continue to do some small passes. I'm going to continue to run the ball with my running back, Haynes, and Jam Miller until this defense really steps it up. I saw Everett a few plays ago make a play, but besides that, I have not seen much from the underneath defense of Georgia tonight.
He might want to be careful with his quarterback. You don't want to take too many hits with him. He gets injured.
Now, the thing I'll say is, even though this drive is probably going to be over a 15-play drive, the thing I'll say is, they get in the end zone here, the game was over, right? And keep in mind, they started on their own 10-yard line. They also had over 3 third downs on this drive. So to be fair, you know, they definitely earned it in this drive, but at the end of the day, Georgia, they should have adapted a little bit better. Not saying he's a bad player. I'm just saying a lot of underneath throws. Milroe's going to run. No quarterback spy. No fumble either, even though it's not a conservative. I don't know, F Money. Did you see him change the conservative? I saw him juke this game, so...
I didn't see him change it.
Oh,
I didn't see him change it.
Well, hold on. We're on Georgia's screen here, so we can't really see his adjustments. Maybe he is on conservative there, but... Man, Alabama, they might sneak this game in some old school football. You know, Jim Brown, we're going to pound the ball and see what happens. Single back wing pair. I think Pat got that from me. Touchdown, Haynes!
The game's over. This game's over.
Holy smokes, holy tamale. Are you kidding me, Money Man? I mean, you know, Pat and Joey Vitt, you know, I know they're subs of mine, but... You know, I think they're watching Matt Kennedy play football, because single back wing pair, there it is.
Yeah, they're running the ball. Hey, we said it looked like he gonna break one. He got in for a touchdown.
Holy smokes! And that was actually, that was actually a 12-play drive, 4-minute clock. And you know, remember one thing, everyone. You know, they call year one's the beta, right? You know, when you really have the first year. You know, we're seeing sliders. You know, we're definitely keeping Heisman. I'm glad we kept Heisman the first year from week 1 and, you know, whatever. But the thing I'll say, though, is, you know, you really think about, you know, year 1 of even Madden franchises, right? You think about, you know, Dynasty's online, right? You know, you want to see what works. And I already know what Joey Vitt might say right here. Man, this is my 4th time having the ball. 4th time. And it's already a minute left in the game. And I get that. But at the end of the day, you got to understand, these are still 2 tough teams. These are teams that, you know, it should be tough. Every possession should matter. And we see a delayed game there by the veteran quarterback, Carson Beck. But the thing we'll say, though, we see penalties right there, 2 for 15 for Alabama and 1 for 5 for Georgia. But, you know, the thing is, you know, every possession matters. Every yard, every snap matters. Every true clock matters. You know, it's a chess match. And we see right here that these 2 teams impose their will tonight in the SEC. And Alabama, pending a miracle here by Georgia, they may win this game. Right side there is going to be caught. It's going to be, I believe, Rara Thomas, the senior.
He needs to have this on turbo.
He does. And I'm going to tell you right now, he needs to throw bombs. The clock stops. I'm going to go on a limb here. If he scores with 35 seconds or more and he has all 3 timeouts, it's still a game. But you need to score right here with 35 seconds or more left. We see right side there, risky throw, bad away there by number, not sure what number that was, but 2nd and 10. Money Man, do you agree? If you score, like, what's your time left with 3 timeouts to still have a chance in this game?
Let's say how Alabama's running this ball. It's going to be and throwing underneath. He's playing real conservative. It'll be really tough, but you have to play aggressive if you come back and try to get this ball back.
And
you have to play really aggressive. No, you got to play straight man. You beat me, you beat me.
That's right. And then use the safety and get those zigs and slants underneath. We see right here, trips look, 2nd and 10. We see the crowd is screaming and yelling. They want to go 4-0. 4-man rush for Alabama. Left side. Oh, it's a beauty. That's probably one of the catches of the year. Holy smokes. I do not know what I just saw. Are you kidding me? Lay out, young man. Number 6. Love it. What a catch.
I thought it was out of bounds.
No booth review. Uncharacteristic by the referees. 4-man rush. He's going to go for it all. It's intercepted by Jackson. And that will 99% do it. However, this game is still not over. And how you play this, if you're Georgia, is you still play underneath. That's Damani Jackson, the junior corner. Number 1, first pick of the day. But the thing I'll say, though, is you play the run. You play the underneath pass, right? And what you got to do is get a stop. And then you got to score quick, go for an onside kick. You cannot give up here if you are Georgia. Maybe even a safety.
That's where them big receivers make a difference.
And we see Haynes is a curtain call here. The left side, the 50, the 45, the 40, the 35, the 30. But a man, he's going to make a miss. The red zone, the 10, the 5, the touchdown. Haynes.
Hey, Matt, that's where them big receivers make a difference. You seen the receiver probably was 6 foot, 6'1". You got to do a 6'3", 6'4" receiver. You could have threw it up and maybe, had a chance to, get a Moss animation or something.
I'm going to, and I agree, Money Man. The thing I'll say right now, 24-7 Alabama, the one thing I'll say in this game is, we saw the effectiveness of the running backs. Pat Bateman, he loves his running backs. When you play Alabama, that's your film room. That's your game script. I'm going to stop Jam Miller. I'm going to stop Mike Haynes. I'm going to stop Jalen Milroe from the scrambles. How do I stop that, might you ask? We're doing tight formations. We're running 3-4 odd. We're running, 6-1. We're running, some, heavy 3-5. I disagree here. I'm putting my backups in. I'm giving my backups reps, my backups XP, my freshmen, my sophomores, even some juniors don't have enough playing time. I get it. I respect it. It's injury reasons. But if it really is injury reasons, you got to put your backups in, give them more reps because let's just face it. Carson Beck, the senior quarterback, how about give your redshirt sophomore G. Gunnar Stockton, give him some reps? Do you agree, Money Man, or no, or just keep?
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. I'm airing it out. Because you never know what can happen. Yeah. You got 3 timeouts. I'm airing it out. I'm throwing it deep, trying to see what happens.
Yeah, amen to that. And put your backups in for wear and tear injury reasons. But we're gonna go ahead and end this stream here by really saying. People in the chat might say, oh no, single back wing pair, oh no, this. But I'm telling you right now, my advice, how do you stop those Milroe? Milroe is one of the best top 3 quarterbacks. Ewers is good, but he's not a mobile threat. So the spy is not really in the game. When you play Milroe, I'm going to see his speed right now in the game. But when you play Milroe, the problem with Milroe here at 91 speed as a quarterback is insane, right? 91 speed for Milroe. How you beat Milroe is you want to go out there and you want to put a quarterback spy every single play. And if you go out there and you have a spy every single play, it's going to help your chances to get that stop. And if you want to go ahead and put a quarterback spy every single play, again, you're limiting him to run to the outside or up the middle in the A-gap. Last thing I'll say for viewers watching, how do I stop single back wing pair? Well, it's going to be one of the weirder runs in the NFL and in college football. It's an off-balanced, off-centered single back. What you have to do is you want to keep your D-line on the strong side, and then you want to take your safety or your linebacker and you want to user the weak side. So I actually play the weak side with my user, and then I'll let the numbers of the CPU play that strong side. And then the moment you see a handoff for the strong side, get your ass to that strong side. Money Man, what are your last comments in this stream?
My last comments is I'll say there's two ways to play a mobile quarterback. I'll say you can play like you said, or you can play aggressive and get after them.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I definitely agree. I mean, you know, you have pressure. We see Milrow there. He does have mobile deadeye and stuff like that off platform. I mean, this card's amazing. The good news is there's a really good chance him and Beck go pro after this year, even Quinn Ewers for me. So honestly, the top quarterbacks, they usually go pro. So the good news is, let's just face it, after this year, these teams have to heavily rely on recruitment. For me, I got lucky. I have 4 years with Arch Manning, 3 years if he goes pro his junior year. But at the end of the day, you know, you got to be careful because, you know, quarterbacks aren't going to last forever. So we're signing off here. Matt Kennedy here with F Money. We really appreciate you here in the booth. We're going to go from
Thanks,
there.
man.
Hey, anytime, Money Man. You know, we're here for you, man. We really appreciate you joining us here in the booth today. And the weeks are counting down, dude. And you know, the last thing I'm going to say really quick here is Georgia and Alabama now. Alabama should be now a top 3 guaranteed, if not top 2. Georgia should drop to 4 or below. Michigan may go to 4 at a 5-0 win. And, you know, we see me right there, Texas. And I'm just going to say one thing for those of you watching my stream right now. Do you actually think I'm not going to make the playoffs? I'm going to put a meme right here. This is going to be a meme for those of you who thought when I went 0-2, I was not going to make the playoffs.
Who did you play those first 2 games?
Say it again.
Who did you play those first 2 games?
I played Michigan and I played Michigan and I played Colorado State. Colorado State.
Michigan is really tough.
Colorado State was Nick. Not yet, Nick. Thanks, Dave. Dave Burt said, "Great job, Money Man."
Tell him thanks.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks,
man.
man.
Of course. Yeah, of course, man.
Hey, your primetime game. If I got time, I'm gonna make sure to broadcast that one.
Oh, the Texas Georgia.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be tough to beat him, dude. So this is the last comment I'm gonna say. If you guys went ahead and missed my stream last night, and it's very true. So it goes for you as well, Money Man, right? So it doesn't really matter if you're ranked 1st, 6th, 7th, whatever. As long as you're a top 2 in your conference, you're going to be in the conference championship. The conference championships always have it has a count towards your final ranking pool. And it counts for the year's standings. So you very well could play, you know, OSU Michigan twice. You could play Georgia Alabama twice, right? So what's the point of my story then? The point of my story is, for me, because Georgia now lost already once, if I then beat Georgia myself, I do not play Alabama Pat Bateman. But you're going to see the SEC standings right here and with the top 25 right here. Here's the one thing I'm going to teach you guys in real life and in this Dynasty game for your online Dynasty, our online Dynasty, or your CPU Dynasty. The thing is it doesn't matter if I'm ranked 8th or 7th. As long as I'm number 2 in the SEC, like let's say I went out, right, and I go like 10-2, right? I mean, it's going to be tough, but let's say I go 10-2, right? If I go 9-2, 10-2, whatever, and it's time for the SEC championship, if I beat Georgia, we both have 2 losses, okay? Now, to be fair, though, they lost to Alabama. I lost to Georgia, okay? Okay, sorry. I'm going in circles here, okay? What I'm trying to say is it doesn't really matter who's in first place in the SEC until after the conference championship. So your goal in the ACC, in the SEC, in the Big 10, Big 12, you want to be top 2 at the end of the year. Because as long as you're top 2, you'll be in the championship game. As long as you're in the championship game and you win that, I don't care if you're the first seed, the fifth seed. If you're first and fifth, the fifth could then get the first round bye because you won the SEC championship. And again, the top 4 seeds, whoever wins their conferences, get the first round bye. So it's understanding the system and how the college football playoffs work. What's up, Will? Really, Omi, a new corner? Let's go, dude. That may drop Sauce Gardner, so we'll see how it goes. For sure, Will, for sure. We are going to go.
Hey, let me ask you this.
Go ahead, money man.
Let me ask you this real quick. Are you going to ever add Notre Dame to the ACC or Big Ten or whatever, or they're going to just stay independent? Because they have low-key, they have a disadvantage if they're independent.
That is very true. I think what we're going to do is add them to the Big 12 to give Utah some competition. Yeah, so let's go ahead and do that. Actually, I actually forgot about that. But the problem is, I don't even know if is it too late to do it?
You can't. You have to wait till next season.
So I can do it in the season though. Or sorry,
yeah, next season.
No, hold on.
Yeah.
I can do it without restarting the whole franchise.
Yes,
Good,
you have to wait till next season.
So Notre Dame, that's Jackson. That's Phil Swift in the chat. We are going to let Notre Dame have a chance for a first-round bye because that is bullshit. They are the only team on here where they can't.
No, it's two. It's two. It's 2 or 3 independents, but I think only one of them is a user, Notre Dame.
Right, exactly. So Joe's saying Pat played really well tonight. Alabama knew it would be a tough one. Commitment mistake. Yeah, thanks, Joe. Anytime, Joe. All right, guys. Great game there by Georgia and Alabama. We're going to go in and go from there. Take care. We're out of here. Money Man, go ahead and say your last piece comment.
I wanted to say you all gave us a good game.
Yeah, of course. Take care, chat. Bye-bye.